I'm introducing Laszlo. I'm Paul Cunningham. I'm the city council. Every day. One of my favorite things. Good evening. He told me about that too. Good evening and welcome to Music in the Park. My name is Paul Cunningham. I'm the city councilman here on the east side. And, okay, if you want to give me a round of applause, that's great. As I said about 3 years ago, and I'll say it again tonight, as long as I have anything to do with the city of Tucson, Music in the Park will go on as long as it wants to. So a few cool things, and I'm going to get out of the way because no one came to see me. And that is, one, this is the 200th performance of the Arizona Symphonic Winds, the 200th free concert in Udall Park. Last year we completed our 25th year, and this is our 26th year here in Music in the Park. And finally, this is the first of 4 concerts this summer. So let me kick it off by introducing my very good friend, Laszlo Veres.
And yes, you can give us a hand here. As always, we'd like to start our program with our national anthem. Hello, my friends, and thank you for being here. It's always good to see you. It's a pleasure to play for you. Our opening number was Glory of the Yankee Navy by the great John Philip Sousa. And I thought that was a good way to start our 200th concert here on this stage. And after that, what we're going to do, I'm going to slow things down. We are going to play something by Johann Strauss, the Jr., known for many of his magnificent waltzes. Tell me the most famous of them all. The Blue Danube. Yes. Can you sing it? There you go. All right. Well, we are not going to play that. We are going to play for you the Emperor Waltz that he wrote the final years in his life for Joseph, Emperor of Austria-Hungary, back in 1888. 100 years this way, who cares? Yeah. And this is probably his most beautiful waltz, especially the first waltz. By the way, a concert waltz by Strauss has an introduction, short, sometimes long. This is long, but I made it short. Followed by 4 waltzes. And you can tell when we go from waltz number 1 into number 2, because I have to stop, because they have to turn the page. Number 3, you'll be able to tell, because I always slow into the new march, a waltz. And then number 4, I will do the same thing. It's very obvious. When all 4 of them are finished, then comes a place called coda, which means the tail end, and everything is brought together with a big finish. Emperor Waltz by Strauss. Thank you. Our next selection is going to be conducted by Renee Shane Boyd. She's a band director at Carolina Foothills High School, and she has been a member of this band for about 24, 45 years. And last night they had a senior banquet at the high school. I happened to be there with my wife, and she didn't know this, but the Rotary Club showed up, and the International Rotary Club Federation presented her with a very prestigious Paul Harris Fellow Award. Congratulations, Lenny. You are a member of the club that includes Jimmy Carter, Jonas Stock, the person who invented the polio vaccine, and then anyway, please welcome to the stage Renee Shane Boyd.
So our next piece is Satiric Dances. It was commissioned in 1975 for the composer Norman Della Gioia. It was commissioned for the occasion of the 200th anniversary of the beginning of the American Revolution. The shot was heard around the world. And they asked him to write a piece for that, and he said he would, but he put the stipulation on it that it would be based on some music that he had already developed for a comedy by Aristophanes. Now, I don't know why. I don't know if he was somebody's brother-in-law or what the story was, but he wanted to develop this music, and I guess the only connection that I could imagine is that Aristophanes was a Greek playwright, and he often wrote satires about politics and social situations. So maybe that's the connection. I'm not sure. But the first piece, it's a piece in 3 movements. The first piece is Allegro Pesante, a quick movement that's heavy, and then the Adagio movement, a slower movement, and then finally the Allegro Spumanti, a light, bubbly movement, and all of 3 of these have sort of Mediterranean dance themes, so we hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Renee, for your nice job up over here in the podium. When we played the Veterans Day concert last November, this gentleman who is a composer, he actually played some of his pieces before by him. He was saying something that I'm writing something for you. Well, I was expecting it, writing it for, I don't know. But anyway, 2 weeks ago, I got a call from him, and he says, I have the piece ready. And he says, can I come by to drop it off for you? I said, yeah, bring it by so I can read it with the band Monday, because we'd like to play it at the first concert. So he brings it over, and probably you can't see this thing. But those of you are in the front, can you see it? Can you see them? Put your glasses on, can you see? I couldn't believe it. He calls it March Laszlo. And if I open up the inside, it says, dedicated for Maestro Laszlo Veres and the Arizona Symphonic Winds, Tucson, Arizona. Congratulations to all of us. So you are going to hear a world premiere of a march called March Laszlo. Wow. And I like it so much that I think we are going to play it on every concert at Udall. Why not? It was written for us. It's going to be our theme song. Thank you. I think it's pretty neat, don't you? Yeah. Now, Mark Wolfram, are you in the audience? Mark, the composer, are you here? You are way back in the back. Well, why are you hiding for? Thank you, Mark. So anyway, get used to it. You're gonna hear it a lot. It's always a pleasure to have Rob Wright with his magnificent banjo on the stage over here. Last time he was here, a couple of 2-3 years ago, it rained. And he's such a guy that even when the band packed up and we left, he was still here playing for the remaining audience. Marvelous person, marvelous singer, incredible player. Please welcome Rob Wright.
Thanks, Laszlo. It's an honor to be here. I love playing with these musicians. I've been in Tucson since 1994, and I just love it. I wouldn't want to live anyplace else. And one of the truly unique things about Tucson is the efforts that Laszlo has brought us with the symphonic winds and the Pops Orchestra. We're really lucky. And how about the downtown area? Have you been down there lately? My goodness, it's amazing. It's all revitalized. My friend Clancy was down there for a meeting. He was late for a meeting, so he was a little bit stressed out trying to find a parking spot. And he looked up in heaven and he said, "Dear Lord, if you could just help me this one time to find a parking spot, I promise I'll give up me Irish whiskey and I'll attend Mass for the rest of me days." And miraculously, a parking spot appeared. So he looked up and he said, "Never mind, I found one." Ready?
I have to remember the joke.
Use your own jokes. What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Down the knitting, the book and the broom. Time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn. Start celebrating. Right this way your table's waiting. No use permitting some prophet of doom. Chase all your smiles away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Thank you. Can you hear me in the back? And the banjo? Okay, that's the most important part, actually. So.
Can they hear you?
Yeah, they said yes. What am I translating? You should never make fun of a man with a stick in his hand. A sharp stick. Oh boy. I'll take it easy on the jokes. Ever since you pointed out you have that sharp stick in your hand.
Rob is going to be back second half to play you some more. And if you like him a lot, he just might play some encores later on. Yeah, so make sure you like him a lot. Yeah. Our final number before intermission is, and I'm supposed to tell you a few things. My wife wrote it down so I won't forget. See the ladies, well, Martha got sick, so I'm sorry to hear that. But anyway, see Eleanor over there. Donations are welcomed, sponsors are, somebody was asking me what those little names are under the person's name. Those are sponsorships, and if you are interested, let us know. Drawing tonight, we have a t-shirt giveaway, Robin, stained glass by Robin, and probably cleaners. That's going to be at the end of the concert. Right now, we are going to take you to Hungary. And somebody just told me she just came back from Budapest. Well, I'm glad you liked it. This is by Franz Liszt, the Hungarian-born composer, pianist, probably the greatest who ever walked on this earth, as far as piano goes. He wrote an incredible amount of pieces for piano mainly, many of them for orchestra. And at the age of 9 or 10, he left Hungary, went to Vienna to study, eventually ended up in Paris. And an interesting thing, he never spoke a word of Hungarian. It was French and German. That's where he spent all his life. But anyway, he wrote Hungarian rhapsodies, 19 of them, all of them for piano. And most of them are arranged for orchestra, but number 2 is the most famous of them all, and that's what we are going to play for you. It starts very slowly, it's always slow, and then gets faster, eventually flies. So Hungarian Rhapsody number 2 by Franz Liszt. Thank you. Intermission time.